أهلا وسهلا حبايبي، السلام عليكم، حياكم الله، يا مرحبا ومسهلا. اليوم راح تكون تجربة مختلفة إن شاء الله، يعني لا هي تجربة أكل ولا تعودت عليه يعني إني أصورك كتغطية معينة. اليوم راح نغوص شوي في التاريخ. اسطنبول عبارة عن متحف مفتوح يعني، ومليانة ثقافات، مليانة تاريخ يعني. اليوم أنا في منطقة، في حي اسمه حي فنر. هي حي يعني حي فنر وبلات. هي أماكن من يعني اللي عاش فيها هذه الأماكن عاش فيها يوناني، عاش فيها أتراك، عاش فيها يهود في الغرب. ففي منطقة متنوعة ومليانة، فبيكون عندنا تغطية اليوم كاملة لهذا المكان. أنا أنتظر الآن التور جايد اللي بيكون معي بيشرح لي الأماكن. أنا متحمس مرة، شفت منطقة جميلة عبارة عن ألوان وفيها إرث تاريخي قديم. اسطنبول ما هو بس فيها إرث إسلامي، لا فيها كذلك إرث ثقافي سابق وقديم. خليكم معنا، يلا خلينا نشوف مع بعض. بدينا الجولة. معايا صديقي يونس من تركيا، وجهز لنا التور، ونحاول أن ناخذ أغلب الأماكن، بس يبدو لي أن في يعني مشكلة. عموما الآن قدام كاتدرائية أو كنيسة، يبدو لي أن في زيارة رسمية من البابا، فعشان كذا الأماكن مقفلة، مكان مقفل، بس يمكن ياخذ وقت بسيط ونطلع. عموما أعطاني معلومة مرة مهمة، قال لي إن اللي كانوا قال لي إنه هنا المكان كان الناس يعيشون بأديان متنوعة جدا، ما كان فيه أي مشاكل بينهم، يعني كل واحد كان عايش، يعني كانوا عايشين بكل بساطة. أي مشاكل، كان كل أحد في دينه، كل واحد مركز في نفسه. شيء انترستنج يعني إنه نشوف هذه الأشياء كيف كانوا عايشين. أعتقد أن اسطنبول مليانة بالتراث الإسلامي، لكن هذا التراث الثاني من ناحية الأديان الأخرى والتعايش في نفس المنطقة ما كانت، يعني ما شفت أحد غطاها سابقا، فإن شاء الله أني بحاول أغطي شيء منها. شكلهم مطولين هنا. البابا عنده زيارة رسمية للكنيسة الأرثوذكس. هذه كنيسة نصرانية يمكن لها 400 سنة. يقول لي هذا الشهر في زيارات تصير رسمية من البابا، فهذا سويت لك.
Have your bag with you?
Okay.
Tell something really fast, and after we'll check the inside together. First thing is, you all have to know that where we are is Fener, and of course where we go is Balat. And the Fener was the home of the Christians. But they are not just Christian, they are Orthodox, noble, and the rich Greek people left in here. But of course, after all, we're going to continue to Balat. At the Balat side, there will be one little local Turkish town is waiting for you. And there is the Balat. And of course, you'll have the experience of the Turkish life, and you find there like a grocery, bakery, restaurants, or many more things. Good thing about the Balat, still those places are running by the Turkish owners, and you'll have the one little local Turkish experience here in the Balat neighborhood. But don't forget, Balat in the back in days, it was the home for the Jewish people. The prime time of the Balat used to be like 20,000 Jewish people. I can say Fener for the Christians and the Balat for the Jewish people. But of course, these two programs, what I'm going to do right now, it's all about to understand how all of those people live together more than 500 years. And of course, to understand this, we must talk about a little bit about the Istanbul or life of the Constantinopolis.
The name of the place is?
The name of the place where there is neighborhood, the neighborhood is Fener. Fener is Greek word which means light. Fener is light. And there was a one light here next to the riverside, next to the Golden Horn, and it's called as a Fener. Name after that, people called this neighborhood as a town of the light, or let's say Fener is right here. Of course, you are Turkish. And before us used to be here Greek people, and the Greeks, they lived here long years. Of course, through the history, lots of things has changed here. The Greeks, Romans, Turks, many things has changed here. And of course, the main stories of the Istanbul, it starts in the 4th century, time of the Emperor Constantine the Great.
Yeah.
And of course, he did something for us. He changed something here. He moved to capital Roma to this little city, Byzantium. And of course, this city where we are, it's turned to the center of the East and the West Roman Empire as a capital. Of course, capital means the money, and the money also brings here lots of enemies and the invaders. Many enemies, many invaders, they all try to get the city from the Romans, more than actually 20 times. Who are they? Like the Bulgars, Avars, Huns, Arabs and Turks. For the Bulgars, Avars and Huns, the reason was so simple. But for the Turks and Arabs, there was another reason, Islamic reason. About the Islam, there is one thing. There is a couple of holy cities, like the Mecca, Medina, Jerusalem. Actually, Constantinople was the one of them. Of course, many Arabic sultans, many Turkish sultans, they all try to get this city from the Romans, from the big people. And of course, many people they tried, many people they failed. And yes, in the end, last try from the one Turkish Sultan, the time of the Ottoman Empire, in the year of 1453, the time of the Sultan Mehmet II, Muhammad al-Fatih. And of course, in the end of the wars and battles, the last city of the Constantinople fell into the power of the Turkish Sultan Mehmet II. 1453, Constantinople is Turkish. And of course, there is one Turkish tradition. Whenever you get the city from the Christians or Jewish people, you have a right to convert your biggest church or synagogue to mosque. And of course, there was one church as a symbol of the city, which is like the Sophia, Hagia Sophia. By the order from the Sultan Mehmet, it's turned to the symbol of the conquest, is turned to the mosque, biggest mosque of the Europe, or let's say biggest church of the Europe, turned to the biggest mosque of the Europe. And of course, there was a lot of Christians also living here, and the Lord of the Christians, the leader of the Christians, head of the church, there is the Lord Gennadius. Sultan and Gennadius, they had one meeting, and they talk about something really serious things. And of course, Gennadius, he asked one thing from the Sultan. The Sultan, you promise us you're going to be the Sultan of the Christians and the Sultan of the Muslims. In that case, you got the Hagia Sophia from us, and we don't have any church. I am looking for one church from you, and that church gonna be Hawarium, where the old Roman emperors buried. I ask that church from you. And of course, Sultan Mehmet, he let the Christians move to the church of Hawarium. But a couple years after that, the same guy, he asked for another thing. Dear Sultan, I am the Gennadius as a leader of the Christians. I'm going to ask one more thing from you. We are so happy in this new church, but we have one problem. The problem is, around this church, there is lots of people living here. We don't feel ourselves secure here in this church. Can we move another church? After all, the Christians, they had to move for 5 another churches. What I mean is, 3 of them, it's turned to the mosque. 1 is here in the Fener. The church actually burned down. But the last one, the 5th one, it is right here, waiting for you, right here in this church, and we'll check them together. This is the Greek Orthodox Church, Hagia Georgi, St. George. For us, for Turkish people, we still call this church as a Roman Orthodox Church. Is right here, it is waiting for you. And yes, we'll check the inside, and there will be a couple of holy relics are waiting for you. The first thing is, earlier I mentioned about the one name, the Constantine, the Great One. He is the first Christian Roman emperor, by the way, first Christian Roman emperor. As a Christian lord, he was trying to make the city as a center. In that case, he was looking for many relics from the different Christian cities. Of course, from Jerusalem. He brought here lots of relics to Istanbul, to Constantinople, to write this Istanbul, of course. And yes, still in this church, we still have the couple of relics. What are they, or what is waiting for us? We'll continue by this gate right here, and once we step in, there will be 3 rooms, 3 sections gonna be right next to us. And of course, we'll continue by the first one on the right. And then we'll continue for the next other rooms. Let's start by the first room on the right, and I'll show you a couple of relics in here.
Here we go.
Haber misin? Derdiniz be, ne yapalım? Görürseniz işte. Bilmiyorum abi, sabah. Sen nasılsın, değilsin?
Yeah, çalışıyoruz. So, Ahmed, I tell you something more here.
Okay.
You know, I show you that, I tell you that I'm in this church known for the relics. So, of course, in this here, we also have a couple of relics. And the first relics, these are these three coffins. And these are the coffins for three ladies. And these are the first female martyrs of the Christians. And their coffins are here. The first martyrs. But the following days,
In Saudi Arabia, they're doing like that.
of course, I told you this church known for the couple more relics. And of course, in here, I must show you one more thing. And this church where we are actually known for the relic what we have here. And this thing is actually came from the Jerusalem. This is called the column of the flagellation. You can also come over and check my closer. It's called like the column of the flagellation or punishment column, but the most known name is this, the column of the whipping column. Some Christian stories, it says something like this: Jesus Christ is like captured and tortured by the pagan Roman soldiers. They all tied him, they all chained him and then whipped him. People are believing that this is the column where Jesus Christ whipped.
Yes. And so they believe it comes from Jerusalem, this one.
How it is. So for the church, of course, you can also leave some notes here. So like leave some experience here. We have the candles here. We have the candles for the prayers, of course. Us. And also from this side, we have a couple more relics in the little boxes. There will be like a saint, the bones of some saints are here. I'm going to ask you to have a look and have some pictures. Then let's be done outside. I will be here outside.
Thank you. هذه الكنيسة بالشكل الحالي وهذه أرثوذكس، كنيسة الأرثوذكس. هذا الكنيسة يمكن لها 400 ولا 500 سنة. هذه صوفيا هو الأساس زي ما ذكر توقعي. وقتي قصير بحاول إني آخذ أكثر من أماكن للتغطية.
And we got that. This was the home of the Greek people. But while we are in Istanbul, and this year 2025, we're walking through the one neighborhood.
Okay.
There are lots of Turkish people. Then, what happened all of those? What happened all people? We'll talk about it. First thing is, where we are is Fener. And the Fener was the home of the Greek people. They are not just Greek, by the way. They are Orthodox, noble, and the rich Greek people lived in here. And of course, they even called themselves as one special class name, which is like the Fenari or Fenariots lived in here. They all had a great life. They all had a luxury life in here. What I mean is, their nice life is continued to till the something happened here. What I mean is, there was a one big war, one big battle, World War I, the first one. This is the end of the empire. We lost everything, and the following that, we have a new state, new regime, the time of the Atatürk in the year of 1923. And of course, all of those people, they all know that something going to change right here in the Turkey. What was that? There was a one deal between Greece and Turkey. That was the population exchange. Mass population exchange is called. What I mean is, more than 1.2 million Greek people, they had to leave this country and back to the Greece.
Okay.
And half a million Turkish people back to Turkey. Yes, many of those people, whoever left this country, they didn't know how to speak Greek.
What's the religion for this guy?
Muslim.
Muslim. Okay.
And many of us, as a Turkish, whoever come back here, we didn't know how to speak Turkish. 1920s, 1930s, when all of those people, whoever lived in here, got from here, this place, this neighborhood, is turned to the one big ghost town for us. All became empty and abandoned.
Oh, okay.
Not only this, 1950s, 1960s, the worst thing ever happened for the Fener and Balat. All of those empty places empty houses are all occupied by the gypsies or many more people. They all moved in here, and this place turned to the home of crime, home of criminals. It became so dangerous for us. But not only this, even if you ask someone, whoever lived in here in the 60s or 70s, just ask them, how was the Fener, how was the Balat? They're gonna tell you one thing, do not even go to that place. That place was so dangerous in the back in days. The good thing is, this was a long time ago.
60s and 70s?
60s and 70s, yes, and 80s. This place wasn't that nice.
Okay.
So-
Maybe your father or
Huh?
your father.
My father and my fathers,
Yeah.
my father and grandfather,
Yeah.
they seen this place very good, and they all know this place very well. I wasn't here. I lived close by here, but when I was a kid, I was walking around here. I heard about lots of things. I know many things. Yeah, through the years, last 20 years, last 30 years, too many things has changed here. But the back in days and today's, I can say this place definitely changed. It's totally changing here. Like I told you, 1960s or 70s, this place wasn't that good. But in the year of 2010, the government came here. Istanbul chosen as a European capital of the tourism.
Okay.
Government and UNESCO, they ran for the one mutual project, restoration of the Greek and Jewish houses. More than 200 Greek houses back to life. New faces, new colors. People love it. And the following that, TV came here. TV series, movies, made this place so nice and so famous for us. But of course, all of those works wasn't that really good enough for us. We were looking for something for the social media. At that time, social media, yes.
Okay.
At that time, we were looking for something for the social media. So what we can do, and we found a couple of places, and we can change it. We try to change it. We found the steps right here in a nice location. It's a good place next to it. We paint the steps. We color them. People love it. It works so well. They took lots of pictures. In the end, this place turned to the colorful steps of the Fener. It is right here. But not only this. Every single shop, stores and things, they continue to discolor things. They put the colorful umbrellas, colorful flags and things, or many more things. Make this area is really good spot for the social media. This is one of the most known Instagram spot of the Fener is right here. I'm going to tell you, have some shots and videos in here, then we continue for the one more place.
اوكي. هذا المكان سووه زي ما قال عشان السوشيال ميديا. حلو الانستغرام والاشياء هذه. درج ملون. صراحة مكان جميل حق تصوير. الانستغرام كل الناس قاعدين يصورون.
Ci libereremo perfetto.
واو. طالع. شوفوا وين طلع. موضوع متعب بس المحتوى يستاهل نتعب. Okay.
It's known for like hills, and they're one of the famous name for us, like a city of the 7 hills,
Yeah.
like the Roma, you know.
Yeah.
Of course, we have a couple of hills, and one of them is that's the area is called like a Sultan Ahmet, the Blue Mosque and Sofia. But the second one is where you can find the Grand Bazaar, and the third one there is a one mosque like Süleyman Mosque. But the fourth one, it goes up this way. It's called as like a Fener Hills. Of course, there is still something more is waiting for us. But before that, I must show you one thing. So actually, this is the main reason of why I am here to show this beautiful building here. And this is the one Greek school, Greek Orthodox High School.
Okay.
Why we had the school here? if you remember that, I mentioned about the one name. That's the name of the one Greek lord, Gennadius, the man who asked the church. But of course, the same guy, he also asked one more thing: a land from the Sultan. And this land given to the Christians by the Sultan Mehmet. And of course, Christians, they built the one school on it. But the first school was made of wood. Of course, there was the one big fire. We lost it. But a couple hundred years after that, there is another Greek lord came to Istanbul, and he offered his money to rebuild this building right here, and it is became to one of the stone Christian school right here, made of stone. It is from 1881. But not only this, 100 years after
1881?
that, 1881, yes.
Okay.
100 years after that, there is one more thing happened here. In the year of 2001, in the worldwide, there is a so famous movie came up, like the Harry Potter, the one is written by the J.K. Rowling. And of course, somehow people start to call this Greek school look like the school of Hogwarts from the movie, and the people start to call the school as like the Harry Potter school, or let's say Greek school of the Harry Potter.
Okay.
Of course, I can even say some points are they may be right, because the school looked like the Hogwarts, and of course in the 90s the kids in here, they dress like the wizards.
Yeah.
And also we've just been in the church, and the head of the church, which is like the patriarch Bartolomeo, he also looked like the Dumbledore from the movie. I mean, there's a lot of things really similarity. Maybe they may be right about the some point, but calling the school as a school of Hogwarts is also being really good for us as a one good touristic name. Sometimes this kind of made up stories can change the places. You know, Fener or Balat, it was so dangerous. It was even known for the organized crime, and turned to the nice place like this. And of course, this kind of work, this kind of stories always works in the tourism and the gentrification of the one place.
Yeah, agree.
Of course, we have one big school here, but the thing is, even there is a really big school here, but the problem is we don't have that much people in here. We don't have that much kids in here. We have only, for this year, we have only for 24 kids we have here.
24?
24 kids for this big school. The reason is we don't have much Christian population around here. And the second reason is this school is private, by the way. To get the school, you must be Greek, and you must born in this country as a Greek. That time, this is your school. Today, we have only for 24 kids we have here. But even maybe one day we will have only 5 kids. It doesn't matter. The school going to be open, and this is everything here. I mean, is paid by the Turkish government, by the way.
Great.
So, Greek Orthodox High School.
It's not easy to join this school.
No, it's not. I mean, me, no chance.
How many Greeks living here?
How many Greek in here?
Yeah, Greek.
So in Istanbul, not many, just a couple of thousands, let's say, I can say. Couple of thousands, let's say, the Greeks are living here. But they are Greek, but they speak
And I think
Turkish, they are pre-Turkish like us.
They are living here without kids.
I mean, the families, they don't send their kids through this old religious school anymore.
Yeah.
They look for modern school actually looking for.
Yeah.
They're looking for the better education.
Yeah. We will continue. I will push you.
Oh, it's okay. No, slowly. All right. We are lucky for that. To be able to walk up this way.
Yeah.
But not only this, we must continue that way.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So no worries. That's going to be the last up.
Last up?
Last up.
Great.
Don't tell your people on the video Istanbul has to and not to walk.
No, it's...
After all, we're gonna walk on like a sea level, and you see that a couple nice things over there.
Yeah.
Fortress, like a castle. Because architect of this building, he ever done lots of castles all over the Europe, especially in the England and Scotland. He just copied that European castle architecture right here on this building. And of course, we call the school as a School of Hogwarts. Greek Orthodox High School. But for us, the Turkish people, we call the school as a
Castle?
Red School.
Red School, okay.
As a one local name. So simple local name what we have here. It is Red School because of the color.
Yeah.
And also, this is pretty Turkish thing to give the name with the colors. What I mean is like green mosque,
Yeah.
blue mosque, red school, red house. This is how we are calling
Blue mosque, I think.
Blue mosque is one of the.
Yeah.
I mean, just how we call the names in here.
Yeah.
The colors.
Simple
always-
and easy.
Yeah, always easy, simple, and practical.
Yeah.
Color comes first, and the second word is like the purpose of that building.
Yeah.
Like a blue mosque, green mosque, red house, red school. This is how we do. We're always so simple.
Yeah.
And now, I'll show you one more thing with the colors again. Colorful houses.
Okay. No one is living here, this building, right?
Some buildings are occupied, some buildings are, it's sold, some buildings are waiting for someone to buy or rent, and some buildings are here, they use for like a TV place. So they shoot the TV series in here.
Okay. Example?
Oh, have you ever heard about the Sahipsizler? In Turkish name, it's Sahipsizler.
It's English.
It's recently Turkish TV series.
Okay, but English name for the series?
I don't know. It's in the Netflix or something. Sahipsizler, rough like can translate in English. There's someone like who has nobody.
Nobody. Okay.
The thing is, today it's so quiet here. Saturday and Sundays are really busy, and you can't find this place empty like this. There is no even car to park here. I will say, have a good shoot in here first, then we'll continue to talk about it.
Okay.
Because nobody is here. This is awesome. You cannot find this place empty like this on a nice sunny day.
Okay, great.
I'm here.
Stressful to see these things. So you see, these are the famous color plazas. Yeah. These houses have been early 20th century, I'm not sure. But these
يعني هم تقريبا مسوين الأماكن عشان انستغرام والأشياء هذه. فماني مهتم في الأشياء هذه. يعني ما أحب أدور كثير في أماكن، لكن المكان جميل صراحة. ويبدو لي إنه مكان للإيجار. يونس. For rent?
Travel means like for rent, yes.
Yeah, for rent. It's Airbnb, compound?
Not sure. Probably they renting for monthly.
Monthly.
They're looking for someone to stay all year.
It's beautiful place
It is.
for shooting.
Yes, of course. And today there is nobody here, which is pretty good. So, the Google Maps. Just look at the map. I mean, you will find yourself here. Right here is Balat.
Balat.
But actually, we are still walking on the Fener because the historical maps it says this is still Fener. I take you to the real Balat right now. The borders of the Fener and Balat. It is waiting for us. We are walking down to this way, and the Christian neighborhood is over. It's time to go for the Balat, where you can find where the Armenian, Bulgarian, Turks, and Jewish live together. So
Okay.
it's super mixed area.
There is Jewish.
Jewish are also they gone here. They left here a long time ago. So what I mean is, we still have some families, but not many.
Not many.
In
Okay.
Istanbul, we had a couple of thousand Jewish families, but here in the Balat, you can only find just a couple of families. That's all.
Okay. Hi. Hello.
And of course, we start by the one church here, the one we've been. That's the main one, the Greek Orthodox Church. But before the church, this was the main church for the Christians, right here. It's called like the Panagia Paramitia, the church of the, or let's say the stories of the Most Holy One Church is here. And the thing is, long time ago, there was a one big fire and we lost this church. And of course, we still have this. I hope one day it's going to be like a part of the tourism here.
Under maintenance? Under maintenance?
No, it's just it's like this,
Keep it
it's
like this.
waiting
Wait. Waiting for sponsorship.
Waiting for someone to help. I don't know. This church has a really big place, a big garden here. Even the trees in there, the trees are here.
I think
They
it's
are like-
garden.
Let's hold the garden here. Even the trees are here, like more than 1,000 years old. It's a pretty big place. School, by the way.
School. هذه هنا مدرسة.
So let's do something like this. You know, today we've just been at the Fener as a Christian neighborhood. And of course, we've been in the one church and we walk around the steps and the colorful house and things, and we saw the school and things. Now we're about to go for the Balat, and the Balat is today one little local town. But don't forget, the Greeks are gone, the Armenian, Bulgarian, and Jewish, they're all gone. And when all of those people left this two neighborhoods, we Turkish people, we moved here, and these two places are turned to the little local Turkish places. And of course, you will find here lots of grocery, bakery, restaurants. They're all waiting for you. Good thing about here, all of those places are still running by the Turkish owners, and you will have the experience of the Turkish life here in the Balat neighborhood. And of course, you'll be able to eat or drink as a local. What I mean is, we have here one type of restaurant. It's called lokanta, which means like a homemade, or let's say the mama food of the Turkish people. It is waiting for you, and you can find here like a rice, beans, eggplant, chicken, or many more things are waiting for you. Nice, tasty, and budget friendly. Plus, we walk this way, and the thing is, there is a one mosque will welcome you. That is the oldest mosque of the Balat. It is from 1458. Just imagine. Günaydın. Nasılsın, iyisin?
Anamın abi.
İyi misin?
Yüz vermiyor.
Söyle. Karşılığın mı yok?
Ah, soğukma.
Ha, şimdi bende bu kadar var. Hadi biraz
Soğukma.
Tamam, hadi görüşürüz. Kendine iyi bak. Hadi görüşürüz. Just imagine that there is the Christian neighborhood and there is the Jewish neighborhood. Right here in the middle, there is a Muslim mosque as the borders of the Fener and Balat. Please come with me. Let's see what we have here. But don't forget, Balat in the back in days known for the organized crime. And that place turned to the one nice touristic place. And let's see what we have here.
Okay.
Here we are.
This one.
That's the mosque. Yes. It is from 1458.
هذه احنا يعني على ما فهمت ان هذه المنطقة هي المفصل بين الجهتين اللي هي فنر وبلات. وهذه المنطقة خلاص بعد ما هاجروا منها اليونانيين وغيرهم والبلغاريين كذلك خلاص احتلوها المسلمين وصاروا هنا لوكال يعني. فصار أكلهم هنا مطاعمهم. هذا أقدم مسجد. Colors.
Everything is colors in colors. About 5 years ago, no one was here. Okay. That is awesome. That's good. It's pretty good. So people back to here. So we just walked from the Fener, which is like a Greek neighborhood, and the Christian neighborhood in the back in days. And now we're in the Balat, which is like the Jewish neighborhood. And yes, if this is a one Jewish place, Jewish town, neighborhood, we must have the one synagogue here. And yes, we have here one synagogue. There is a synagogue. That is the Ahrida, and that is today 600 years old. And of course, in Istanbul we have like a 20 synagogues. In Turkey we have like a 40 synagogues, and of course one of them is called biggest synagogue of the Europe, also here in the Turkey. But last 2 years there is a one war. Due to war, protection and things, they don't let the people to get inside the synagogue, and mostly who can come over here, people who can have the permissions and things, plus Turkish and Jewish, you must come over here 2 Saturdays for the prayers. Rest of us, we must have the permission first, otherwise they won't let us to get inside. It's not easy nowadays. What I mean is, it's like this.
Can we try it?
No, we have no chance to do that.
No chance.
But what we can do right now, I take you one more place. It's called Old Jewish Bazaar, Porta Giudecca.
Great.
Let's continue that, and you will have the more colors and the better shots for your videos. You'll enjoy that.
معبد يهودي في أوروبا طبعا، أو في إسطنبول هنا. زي ما قال مرة صعب إن نقدر ندخل، يعني يحتاج لها تصاريح وسالفة طويلة عريضة. كان ودي أدخل يعني مرة مهتم أنا في موضوع اختلاف الثقافات والتعايش بين الأديان ومنطقة زي هذه فيها هذا التجمع من الأديان صراحة شيء يستحق إنك تزوره يعني. أنا ما أدري هذه المنطقة مشهورة عندكم كمتابعين ولا ما هي مشهورة، بس ما أعتقد أن الناس عادة الناس اللي يزورون اسطنبول ما يجون هذه الأماكن. وزي ما قال لي هو يقول لها يمكن لها 5 سنوات صارت يعني شائعة عند الناس، يعني حطوا فيها أماكن للتصوير وكذا عشان يغيرون السياح إنهم يجون. لكن بشكل عام المكان هذا جميل صراحة للتمشية الزيارة يعني. اللي عنده فرصة وجاي هنا لا يفوته. وأعطوني تعليقاتكم كمان، يهمني صراحة رأيكم عشان نتطور أكثر يعني. ونكمل. From where?
That's the place is called like a Porta Giudecca. It's an old Jewish bazaar here. And of course, maybe the Jewish are done. And we are here. Maybe the stores or shops are not owned by the Jewish anymore. But at least they're still open. The Turkish owners are here. Turkish shopkeepers are here. There's a tradition still going on right here. There is the bazaar, where the buildings are from 12th and 13th century. They are very old buildings actually here.
The owners still here?
Some places are.
Some places
are it's running by still the owner of it. But of course, some people rent out. It's rent actually, so they rent it. You know, we just walk on the main street right here, Fener Balat, and of course that's the main place right here. And of course, after me, if you like to come back here again to look for some nice place for the food and things, it's going to be a great option for us. What I mean is, just walking up this way, from take right and take left from here, you'll be on the main street where you can find the many nice food places, and many of them like a meatball, köfte, mantı, dumplings, yogurt and pasta, and the lokanta of course, like eggplant, moussaka, and kebab of course. We have many nice kebabs as well here.
Great.
Also, this balat is only known for the antique shops like this. They sell the second hand or some nice stuffs in here. They have the auctions in here.
Can I enter there?
Just try, but I don't think they have the okay with the camera.
I will keep it like this.
Ay çok tatlı. 150 TL istiyorum sadece. Var mıdır 150 TL'si? Çok güzel bir elbise. Çektim. Bu sana da olur. 100 lira dedi.
يلا حظي حلو. جاي وقت تصوير مسلسل أو فيلم. No?
Buyurun. Teşekkür arkadaşlar. Güzel bir okuyuş. Teşekkürler olsun. Evet, aracılıklar.
Yok abi bu Rafık abi.
حظي حلو ها؟ شكلي بحاول إني أتصور معهم. ما سمح لي صراحة. بس ببحث عن المسلسل وبتابع. خلاص أنا شفت الممثلين وشفت كل شيء.
Çocuk dünya kadar masraf etti, işini açacak.
I am more famous here, more than those people. I was on the even the BBC.
Oh, for what?
I was a host. I was a guest of the BBC.
Okay.
So I talk about here. I talk about my people. They find it different, yes.
I agree with you. أنا أقول كنت أسولف معه طلع مشهور. ما أدري أنا أخذت اللقطة قبل شوي ولا لا. عموما يعني قلت له هذول الممثلين أبغى أتصور معهم. قال أنا أكثر منهم شهرة يعني. الرجل طالع في البي بي سي، استضاف قناة بي بي سي هنا، أخذ لهم فيهم تور يعني. شخص غير معروف، لا هو مشهور يعني.
The church for the Bulgarians. We've been in the Greek church. On the way we saw the Muslim mosque, and then we saw the Jewish synagogue, and now it's time to see the church. One more church, Bulgarian church. And the one last place to I show you. After all, we say bye bye each other. Oh yes, the traffic. Welcome to Istanbul. Stop here.
We're starting from here. بدينا من هنا ورجعنا على مرة ثانية. باقي لنا مكانين نزورهم إن شاء الله.
Right or left? Straight?
Straight.
في اسطنبول هنا كنت أسولف معه. أنا أحب دائما أجرب المواصلات العامة، باصات، مترو ولا أي مواصلات عامة يعني. أول شيء أسرع، خصوصا في مدينة مزدحمة زي إسطنبول أو زي عندنا مثلا في الرياض يعني. وثاني شيء أرخص تكلفة، يعني ما تستحق يعني إنك تدفع مبالغ على مشاوير تكاسي ولا شيء زي كذا. فكنت أسأل أقول له يعني من الأشياء اللي شفتها هنا إنه الباصات ما تلتزم في الوقت يعني. قال لي مو دائما، بس يمكن عشان في فعاليات ولا في أنشطة فيصير في تغيرات في الأوقات. بس عندهم الساعات يعني الصعبة لاستخدام المترو من 7 الصباح إلى 9 مثلا 10، من 4 المساء إلى الساعة 6 7. Yes.
They're like a Greek church, and of course we learned that Greek people, they were the leader of the Orthodox Christians for a long years. And after all, we walked together to Balat, and in the Balat side we also learned that there was a lot of Armenian, Bulgarian, Jewish, and Turks. They all lived together. And we also learned that Bulgarians are Orthodox. In that case, Greeks are not only Orthodox people here in this country. Group of Bulgarians, they left the Balat and they walked through the Fener, asked one thing from the Greek patriarch, the head of the church. Dear patriarch, you know, we are the Bulgarians, we are Orthodox, we follow your rules and orders. We are looking for one church, one service in the language of the Bulgarians. This is what we need from you. And of course, Greek patriarch, he wasn't that happy about this. And after all, he didn't let the people to get one worship, one service in the language of the Bulgarian. And the Bulgarians, they became sad after that. And then they went to this guy on the left side of you and they asked help from the Stefan. Dear Stefan, please help us and talk to Sultan. And we're looking for one church. This is what we need. And you're a rich man, you're a noble man, you can help us. And he went to Sultan and asked for one thing. Dear Sultan, I am the Stefan, Lord of the Bulgarians. I'm a Greek lord, I'm a rich man. And I'm asking for one thing from you. I'm going to offer my land and my money to build one church right here on my land. I'm here to ask your permission. And of course, Sultan, he wasn't that happy about this, and he came up with the one offer to him. You can have your church, you can have my permission, but I have one condition. My condition is, it's all about the time. If you can finish your church in only like 2 months, you will have my permission, you will have your church. But of course, everybody knew that a church looked like this in only like 2 months. No, it's not possible to happen. And of course, Bulgarians, they became sad after all. But this time, they went to the Europe. In the Europe, they were looking for one new technology, and there is one country has it. That is the Wagner. Even you can see on the wall. There is a country, Austria. In the Austria, there's a company, Wagner from Vienna. And of course, they ask help. They ask one thing. They order one church from them. This company, by the way, known for prefabricated iron churches. And they exactly order one church look like this. And yes, in 1 year, they done all of those materials and objects. And then carried by the ships to the river to right here. And yes, in only a couple of months, they assembled everything right here. And they all had this beautiful church. Now they all became happy and so proud what they have here. And of course, last more than 100 years, and this church stands here, and the lots of Bulgarians, they let them come over here, and they see this church as their symbol here in the Turkey. This is the Bulgarian church, Iron Church, also known as Stefan Church, named after that gentleman. They called here as the Stefan Church. It is right here. And of course, please have a look inside.
زي ما حكى هذا اسمه ستيفان.
This could be one of the options for you. You can go for the place. There's a buffet, and you can choose that whatever you like the rice, beans,
amazing.
like eggplant, moussaka,
Yes,
sarma, dolma, all kinds of things.
I love this place. Yunus.
Nice to know you.
Wait.
I say bye-bye to you for now.
Wait. Yunus, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
It was amazing tour. And you are a kind person, and you have a lot of information about this area. Thank you so
We
much.
just had one little trip here, so it wasn't that too long. I had no much time today. I had limited time, but I hope you like and enjoy that. And I hope you don't forget the place where we are, and don't forget the place and the people in here. And we're trying to bring back to all of those memories. People who have gone from here. I hope in the future, 5 or 10 years, whoever visit the Sultan Ahmed, they will be here as a guest of us. We're all waiting for them. But now I must say bye-bye to you.
Thank you
Bye-bye.
so much.
Thank you so much.
Can I put your number on my channel?
You can send
And
you
my
my Instagram
Okay.
And my
That's
number.
all.
That's fine. That's okay. You can
Thank
use
you
my
so
name.
much.
The change is
Sure.
what I know here.
Thank you so much.
you so
Thank you for
much.
the time.
Then I say bye-bye to you.
باي باي باي باي. ثانك يو. خلصنا الجولة صراحة ممتازة. يعني انضغطت في الوقت، يعني المفروض ان وقتها 3 ساعات او اكثر، وفي وقت الصباح يعني يمكن تكون افضل، ومع يعني انا اخذتها برايفت يعني بشكل خاص الجولة هذه، لكن جولة جديدة ممتازة، ما اعتقد ان في احد يعني غطاها قبل كذا، فحبيت اني انا اغطي هذا المكان بطريقتي. اغلب الاماكن آيا صوفيا والاماكن الثانية فعلا مليانة محتوى، يعني تقدر تشوفه في اي مكان، لكن مثل هذه الاماكن مو عادة الناس يزورونها، مع اني انا شفت سياح كثير يعني عرب موجودين في المكان، ستيل يعني الاماكن لسه ما هي معروفة بشكل كبير. يعني في ختام الجولة هذه صراحة يعني هذا المكان هو مو بس مكان زيارة للتصوير وأماكن جميلة وألوان، لا هو فعلا مكان هو رمز للتعايش بين الأديان. يعني هذا المكان في إسطنبول اللي اسمه فنر وبلات، هذه المنطقة يعني هذه في الجزء الأوروبي من إسطنبول، وتقريبا من عهد البيزنطي وبعدها العثماني عاشت هنا خليط من الشعوب الموجودة هنا. يعني عاشوا اليونانيين وهم نصارى، عاشوا اليهود كذلك كانوا قادمين من جهة الأندلس هاربين، وعاشوا الأرمن كذلك في هذه المنطقة، وكمان البلغار، وكذلك المسلمين الأتراك طبعا اللي هم موجودين الحين. فكانت يعني كان كل فصيل من هذه الفصائل كان عايش، يعني عنده مساجده، عنده مدارسه، عنده أسواقه، كانوا يتبادلون التجارة فيما بينهم، فكانت حتى وكانوا يتبادلون التجارة والجيرة بين بعض، وكانت باحترام. يعني انت لو مشيت في الشارع بتشوف كنيسة بجنبها على طول مسجد أو معبد لديانة أخرى يعني. فالتعايش كان بينهم هنا بشكل كبير جدا. وكان هنا النظام اللي كانوا يعيشون فيه يسمونه ملل، يعني كل ملة لها طريقتها، فهم عندهم كل ديانة لها طريقتها في كيف تدور أمورها الاجتماعية والدينية والأشياء هذه. فكانوا هنا الجيران يزورون بعض في الأعياد، يعني إذا في عيد مسلمين هذولاك يزورونهم، وإذا في عيد النصارى هذولاك يزورونهم. كانوا يتشاركون في التجارة لأنهم على ضفاف بحر يعني. كذلك المدارس كانت تقبل خلفيات مختلفة، يعني أي نصراني يقدر يكون في مدرسة مسلمة، والمسلم يقدر يكون في مكان يهودي. كانوا متعايشين لفترة من الزمن كبيرة في هذا المكان. يعني عن الحي الآن، الحي صار يعني رمز الروح اسطنبول القديمة، يعني من ناحية التنوع والتسامح، وهم يبغون ينشرون هذه الفكرة أن اسطنبول مكان كان فيه تنوع الأديان، كان فيه تعايش في مختلف الأديان الموجودة. فصاروا إيش يسوون هنا؟ يسوون فيه ورش عمل للفنانين الأتراك اليونانيين، يصورون مسلسلات وأفلام في هذه الأماكن، فيها مقاهي كذلك للنقاشات الثقافية. أحاول أبحث إذا قدرت أشوف في مكان فيه نقاشات ممكن أقدر أدخله. بدوا يرممون المباني القديمة، يعني زرنا على أكثر مكان قاعد يشتغل على الترميم. أن الألوان اللي موجودة هنا، يعني هو قال معلومة في الجولة، قال أن هنا الأتراك يسمون الأماكن بالألوان، يعني بلو مدري إيش، ريد، يعني المسجد الأحمر، المبنى الأزرق، التفاصيل هذه يعني. فهم بنوا وجود الألوان في هذا الحي، في هذا الحيين يعني. بنوها الألوان لأنه في جنسيات مختلفة زي ما قلنا، جانوا يونانيين، جايين ناس من الأندلس، جايين من مختلف الأماكن يعني، وكذلك أديان مختلفة. هذه الفكرة هي اللي خلت الألوان البيوت مختلفة يعني، كل ألوان مختلفة. فإحنا عندنا تعايش وإحنا متنوعين يعني ومقبلين. الشيء المذهل هنا أنك تشوف كل الأديان، كل المذاهب يعني عاشت جنب بعض، ما بدون ما أحد يفرض على الثاني طريقته يعني، ولا أحد كان يجبر أحد ثاني على اتباع يعني. في شارع واحد تلقى كنيسة، بعدها تلقى كنيسة ثانية لليهوديين، ما أعرف إيش يسمونه معابدهم، تلقى مسجد. كلهم تشاركوا في صناعة هوية هذه اللي إسطنبول اللي نعرفها اليوم يعني. وهذا الحي مو مجرد بيوت ملونة، هو يعني حي علم العالم يعني معنى التعايش. طيب النهاية إن شاء الله إن كان فلوق خفيف، بحاول إن شاء الله ما أطول فيه، بحاول يكون بشكل قصير. إن شاء الله أنكم استمتعتوا معي في الجولة، أنا جدا مستمتع. رأيكم اللي زارها قبل أو اللي بيزورها مستقبلا ويحتاج أي معلومات، أنا ممكن موجود أقدر أساعد. كذلك أنا ممكن أضيف حساب صديقنا يونس، هو يعني مصرح من السياحة هنا، هو مصرح هنا من وزارة السياحة اللي يعمل جولات في هذه المناطق. فبحط حساب الانستغرام إن شاء الله في الديسكريبشن، وأتمنى أنكم انبسطتوا معي، وإن شاء الله نشوفكم في تغطيات ثانية. تحياتي، أحبكم.